Hi there, this is Lexi Trumbull, Wellness Specialist at St. Francis Regional Medical Center. I am here today to go over Mindfulness 101. So before we go over what's on the screen, I'm just going to encourage you to listen to this little excerpt. It is called Automatic Pilot by Dr. Siegel, and it comes from mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. It goes like this. In a car, we can sometimes drive for miles on automatic pilot without really being aware of what we're doing. In the same way, we may not really be present moment by moment for much of our lives. We can often be miles away without even knowing it. On autopilot, we are more likely to have our buttons pressed, events around us, and thoughts, feelings, or sensations in the mind can trigger old habits of thinking that are often unhelpful and may lead to a worsening mood. By becoming more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and body sensations from moment to moment, we give ourselves the possibility of greater freedom and choice. We do not have to go into the same old mental ruts that may have caused problems in the past. The aim of mindfulness is to increase awareness so that we can respond to situations with choice rather than react automatically. We do that by practicing to become more aware of where our attention is and deliberately changing the focus of attention over and over again. So that is what will bring us to the screen. But before we do just that, I want to go over what mindfulness means. So, mindfulness is simply being aware of what is going on in your brain and not judging it, not fixing it, not doing anything except for being aware of what it is. Like that excerpt said, mindfulness allows you the point in time to pause and make a decision on what you would like to do next. And that second part of it is not mindfulness. The mindfulness is pausing and being aware. And from there, your mind can make the decision of if you would like to intervene or if you would like to simply change the channel in your mind. So here we'll go through these steps. First being observe. So contemplate what's around you. Take in each moment as it comes. This is just being present in day-to-day life. Mindfulness being you're playing outside with your children in the backyard and you're just taking in that moment because you're enjoying time with your family. Feel. Let yourself feel your emotions without letting them control you. This could be like feeling anxiety or anxious at work. And rather than getting very built up in your mind and having that decrease your productivity or your creativity, just saying, wow, I'm feeling very anxious right now, and pausing and taking a breath. And as you can see from there, your mind can make a decision on if you would like to implement some type of integrative therapy, such as breath work, going for a guided meditation. Maybe you're going to walk and listen to the guided meditation. Maybe you're going to take a step back and nourish your body. You could practice mindful eating. You can make decisions based off of what your mind is telling you. Third, we're going to breathe. So I kind of just mentioned this in the example I just gave, but focus on the pattern and feel of your breath as you inhale and exhale. The breath is the easiest, most simple thing we can do to quiet our minds. It seems so easy to implement, but it is something that we constantly have with us and something that has been researched and proven to decrease our blood pressure, heart rate, cortisol levels. By focusing on our breath, we're changing the channel in our mind, we're focusing on something else, and we're also teaching our body to relax. Next, accept. So accept where you are at this moment and trust the process of your evolution. This is a reminder to not get super big picture in maybe a project that's due or the laundry list of things you have to do for your day or your month, etc. This is just to accept where you are currently, how you are feeling currently, and what you can do currently. And lastly, absorb. So slow down and absorb what you see, hear, taste, and touch with every activity you do. This way of going back to each of your senses builds neuroplasticity within your brain and actually allows you to recall events easier when you slow down and think through each of these senses. So maybe you're in a moment where you really want to remember this moment. You're on vacation with your family and you're witnessing a beautiful sunset and everyone's getting along wonderfully and you love where you are right now. If you take a breath and think, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I taste? What do I feel? And really recall each of those things and give yourself a moment to think about them each individually. Your brain will be able to easily remember that moment and go back to it in times of distress, anxiety, etc. So, here are some quick ways of implementing mindfulness into your day to day life. Again, reminding you that mindfulness is not, it is a process of being aware of what's going on, what your brain is telling you, accepting it, and breathing through it. Mindfulness is not judging what comes up in your mind, it is not immediately creating an action plan based off what comes in your mind. It is simply the awareness. If you have any other questions on mindfulness or how it could be directly linked to the work that you do, I would love to set up a meeting or even just have some informal conversation around it. So please email me if anything comes up. My email is alexa.tremble@alina.com. Thank you.